inside the containers.
I do.
Back.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today's Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. It's 4 p.m. We're in the city chambers, and I call the Fire Rescue District meeting to order. Commissioners present, Commissioner Duval, Commissioner Langdon, Mayor Stokes, Vice Mayor Emmerich, Commissioner Petro. There is a quorum present for the meeting. Also present, City Manager Fletcher, Interim City Attorney Golan, City Clerk Faust, all right. That passes 5-0. City Clerk, any public comments?
Yes, we have Elsie Beebe.
Deserves a
applause.
round of
Let's hear it for the school, for the hospital.
And with that, let's move on to the consent agenda. City Manager, has anything been pulled?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Very good. Any public comment? Then I'm requesting a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion to approve the consent agenda by Commissioner Langdon, seconded by Vice Mayor. If there's nothing else to that, let's vote. That passes 5-0. Moving on to public hearings, 2025-R02. We've got City Clerk, would you be kind enough to read this by title only?
Resolution number 2025-R-02, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, as the governing body of the Northport Fire Rescue District, repealing and replacing Resolution number 2024-R-60, establishing a schedule and location of the Fire Rescue District regular meetings for the 2025 calendar year, providing for findings, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, ma'am. City Manager, it's your item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This resolution is repealing the prior commission-approved meeting schedule for 2025 and replacing it with a revised schedule to move the November district meeting to November 18th, 2025. Thank you, sir.
Sounds good. Commissioners, any questions, discussion, or are we good?
Not a one, Mayor.
There we go. Let's vote on this. Yep, that probably would be a good idea, Vice Mayor. Thanks for having my back. You want to make that?
I'll make it.
All
I move
right.
to adopt resolution number 2025-R-02 as presented.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion by Vice Mayor to adopt Resolution 2025-R02 as presented, seconded by Commissioner Langdon, and let us vote. That passes 5-0. Any public comments? Then with that, it is 4:05, and I adjourn this meeting. I know what you mean. We good? All right. Today's Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. It's 4:05 PM. We're in city chambers, and I call the Road and Drainage District meeting to order. Commissioners present, Commissioner DeVal, Commissioner Langdon, Mayor Stokes, Vice Mayor Emrich, and Commissioner Petro. Is a quorum present. Also present, City Manager Fletcher, Interim City Attorney Golan, City Clerk Faust, Board Specialist Lane, Police Chief Garrison, and Fire Chief Titus. I'm looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion to approve the agenda by Vice Mayor, seconded by Commissioner Langdon. And let's vote. And that passes 5-0. City Clerk, any public comments?
Yes, now we have Ms.
Now we
Beebe and Ms. Palionis.
There we go. Welcome to the podium.
Good afternoon. My name is Elsie Beebe. I live on Wachova Avenue. I've been a resident for 25 years. Well, it started in September 30th, 2023. I went to Mass and it was raining. Came out of Mass. I waited a while, drove home down Sumter, onto Price. Got onto Price, past the Walmart grocery, and there was water in the streets. I had a hybrid car. Well, I couldn't get very far. Drove down Salford. I had to go in somebody's driveway to get off the road. I went into the house. They offered me something to eat, whatever. Well, I walked home from there. At 7:30, the lady called me that the water's all gone. Well, 25 years, I never had water in the street. I've never had anybody, maintenance, come and dig the front ditch in the front off the road. They never clean that out. I also have a drainage ditch in the back. They cut the weeds, but they never dig it out. What happens with the new code, the new homes? They're all raised up. My house is 30 years old. What do? I'm not in the flood zone, but I have flood insurance. But I don't want to be flooded out. So I like to see some maintenance done on the roads. We had a little rain the other day. The whole corner was full of water. You had to go around. So it should really maintenance. We need maintenance. And with the new structure on Sumter, where they elevated, put so much fill in, I understand the new code, it has to be higher. We're going to get flooded out. We're going to get flooded out. And then with Price being constructed, I'm sure they're going to elevate that. We need maintenance. And I'd like to see that done. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. City Manager, possible to have maybe Mr. Speaks or somebody have a conversation?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Meryl, Meryl, if you can come up here to speak, please.
Meryl Palionis, and I live across the street from her. I'm a new resident to Northport, loving it, but I have to float home in my car on the roads. We were built up higher, but there's a ditch. They said the sewers were going to come in and water lines. We got the water, city water. We're going to get the sewage, but they've never said when or how. And I was told I could call and have somebody dig this stuff out, make it deeper, because all the water runs in there. So it just fills the road up to close to the house. And I ditto her. We'd like to have some maintenance done on that road.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. On to consent agenda. City manager, any item been pulled?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Right, any public comment? And with that, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make it. I move to approve the items in the consent agenda as presented.
Right, I've got a motion by Commissioner Langdon to approve the consent agenda, seconded by Vice Mayor. Let's vote. Wait, no, you, Barb. Did
Oops,
say.
I'm so sorry. I told you. There we go.
That passes 5-0. Moving on, let's see, public hearings, 2025-R-03. City Clerk, would you be kind enough to read this by title only?
Resolution number 2025-R-03, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, as the governing body of the Northport Road and Drainage District, repealing and replacing Resolution number 2024-R-61, establishing a schedule and location of Road and Drainage District regular meetings for the 2025 calendar year, providing for findings, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, ma'am. City Manager, your item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This resolution is repealing the prior commission-approved meeting schedule for 2025 and replacing it with a revised schedule to move the November district meeting to November 18th, 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any public comment? Any commissioner questions or discussions? I don't know. Seeing none, let's vote, or let's make a motion.
Okay. I move to adopt resolution number 2025-R-03 as presented.
Do I have a second? Oh, thank you, Commissioner. We've got a motion to adopt resolution 2025-R-15 by Vice Mayor, seconded by Commissioner Duval. There's nothing else to that. Let's vote. Actually, that was resolution 2025-R-03, was it?
Yes, sir.
City Clerk, do we need to restate that, or are we good? Motion second. All right, thank you. And that passes 5-0. Moving on, resolution 2025-R-15. City Clerk, would you please read by title only?
Resolution number 2025-R-15, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, as the governing body of the Northport Road and Drainage District, amending the Northport Road and Drainage District budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 for Hurricane Milton expenses in the amount of $1,128,975, providing for findings, providing for posting, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Thank you. City Manager, your item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Department of Public Works seeks a budget amendment for the fiscal year 2024-25 the Road and Drainage District due to expenditures from the Hurricane Milton response. The funding from the budget amendment will keep the district funded through the year to cover the remaining service activities supported budget levels of service for fiscal year 2025. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, financial recovery reimbursement is scheduled or estimated at 100% by the amount of $1,128,975. And we believe that with this FEMA reimbursement, we ask that you approve this resolution number 2025-R-15. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Commissioners, questions or discussion? Seeing nothing, I'll close this public hearing. Request public comments. Step it up. I'm
You're doing
closing this
great.
public hearing and requesting a motion.
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-R-15 as presented.
Second?
Got a motion by Vice Mayor to adopt Resolution 2025-R-15 as presented, seconded by Commissioner Langdon, and let's vote. That passes 5-0. City Clerk, any general public comment? Then with that, it is 4:15, and I adjourn this meeting. Two down. Two to go. We're good. Today's Tuesday, January 28th. It is 4:15 PM. We're in City Chambers, and I call the Solid Waste District meeting to order. Commissioners present are Commissioner Duval, Commissioner Langdon, Mayor Stokes, Vice Mayor Emrich, Commissioner Petro. There's a quorum present. Also present are City Manager Fletcher, Interim City Attorney Golan, City Clerk Faust, Ward Specialist Lane, Police Chief Garrison, and Fire Chief Titus. I am looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Vice Mayor's making a motion to approve the agenda, seconded by Commissioner Langdon. And if there's nothing to that, let us vote. That passes 5-0. City Clerk, any public comments? All right, moving on to consent agenda. City Manager, any items been pulled?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Any public comment? And then I'm looking for a motion.
Move to approve the items in the consent agenda as presented.
We've got a motion by the Vice Mayor to approve the consent agenda, seconded by Commissioner Duval. If there's nothing else to that, let us vote. And that passes 5-0. Public hearings, Resolution 2025-R04. City Clerk. would you please-
Resolution, oh, sorry. Resolution number 2025-R-04, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, as the governing body of the Northport Solid Waste District, repealing and replacing Resolution number 2024-R-62, establishing a schedule and location of Solid Waste District regular meetings for the 2025 calendar year, providing for findings, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, ma'am. City Manager, your item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This resolution is repealing the prior commission-approved meeting schedule for 2025 and replacing it with a revised schedule to move the November district meeting to November 18th, 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anything to that, Commissioners? All right, any public comment? Then I'm closing this hearing, requesting a motion.
Move to adopt resolution number 2025-R-04 as presented.
Second?
We got a motion by the Vice Mayor to adopt Resolution 2025-R04 as presented, seconded by Commissioner Langdon. And us vote. And that passes 5-0. Moving on to Resolution 2025-R-14. City Clerk.
Resolution number 2025-R-14, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, as the governing body of the Northport Solid Waste District, amending the Solid Waste District budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 for Hurricane Milton expenses in the amount of $130,000, providing for findings, providing for posting, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Thank you. City Manager, your item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Department of Public Works seeks a budget amendment for the fiscal year 2024-25 for the Solid Waste District due to expenditures from the Hurricane Milton response. The funding from the budget amendment will keep the district funded through the year to cover the remaining service activities supported budget levels of service for fiscal year 2025. The Solid Waste District budget will increase by $130,000 and funded 100% by FEMA reimbursement. We ask that you approve resolution number 2025-R14 today as presented. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioners, anything to this item? Any public comment? Then I'm closing this public hearing and requesting a motion.
I'll make it.
Go ahead.
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-R-14 as presented.
There we go.
Right. We've got a motion by Commissioner Langdon to adopt Resolution 2025-R14 as presented, seconded by Commissioner Duval. Let's vote. And that passes 5-0. City Clerk, any general public comment? And with that, it is 4:20, and I adjourn this meeting.
What a wonderful number.